Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Moran. I'm the author of the Believers superhero novel trilogy series, and today we are doing the last chapter of book one. So I hope you all enjoy it. I'll share my screen so we can get started. All right, here we go. Chapter 31, Love and Loss. Jerry, where are you? I have to tell you something, Cynthia called out as she walked into the football stadium. She soon saw Kevin. He was bloody, bruised, and enraged, with electricity crackling around his body. She also saw the entire stadium split in half. There were two craters, fallen lampposts, burnt car parts, and other signs of destruction that made Cynthia gasp. Jerry heard her voice, looked over, and cringed with regret. He truly wished he had never brought the fight to the local university, the same university where Blake played football and Cynthia attended nursing school. Kevin noticed her and grinned treacherously. Jerry desperately shouted, "Cynthia, get out of here now!" "Oh, no, please stay, so Jerry can watch you die!" Kevin screamed as he charged straight at Cynthia. Jerry teleported next to Kevin with renewed vigor and punched him across the face, causing him to stumble. But then Kevin teleported next to Cynthia for another attack. Jerry teleported and struck him again. But Kevin kept fighting and taunting Jerry, saying, "I learned a new trick from you. Let's see if you can keep up." Cynthia looked around her and saw both Jerry and Kevin fighting while teleporting around her. They moved faster than the blink of an eye, continuously popping in and out of existence. To everyone else, their movements looked like blurs of color. Their grunts, punches, and combat sounds were delayed and could not keep up with their quick attacks. A few punches almost hit Cynthia, and she began to panic. She ducked down to the ground, covered her head, and shrieked, "Jerry, please help me! Jerry!" They continued teleporting and fighting around Cynthia until a blow touched her hair, and Jerry lost it. He grabbed Kevin in a full bear hug and yelled, "Stop this now!" Jerry's desire to protect Cynthia gave him an adrenaline rush, causing his arms and muscles to almost double in size. He squeezed Kevin hard enough to make his back crack. Kevin started laughing maniacally and exclaimed, "You can't stop me now! I'm going to kill everyone! Jerry, everyone!" Kevin's body began glowing bright red and black with massive amounts of fire and electrical energy. His lethal energy was like a live wire and a time bomb, sparking outward erratically, trying to explode. This normally would have killed Jerry, but he countered it with his own solar energy. Jerry was now glowing like the sun, with orange and white energy. Cynthia and everyone else watched in horror, worrying about Jerry and feeling helpless. Jerry created a blue cylindrical force field around Kevin and himself that reached upward into the sky, releasing all their energy safely away from his family and friends. "You can't keep this up forever, Jerry," Kevin declared. "You're going to die soon, and then I'll kill everyone. Death and destruction will rain down, and there's nothing you can do about it." "Everyone, get out of here now!" Jerry screamed as he clenched Kevin even tighter. Kevin's energy weakened slightly, and Jerry's energy dangerously erupted. Flames sparked and shot out of Jerry's body, cracking the blue cylindrical force field. He was losing control. Captain Grimes helped Vaughn, Blake, and everyone else to escape. Cynthia had tears rolling down her face as Jerry's parents pulled her away. After everyone was gone, Jerry's blue cylindrical force field burst, and fatal energy flashed throughout the stadium. Metal bleachers sparked with electricity, and fire scorched the field and set team flags ablaze. Random energy blasts decimated concrete walls, turning them into rubble. "Kevin, you have to stop now, or we're all going to die," Jerry exclaimed. "Yes, Jerry, yes. Our deaths will be the climax of Earth. Everything and everyone will die," Kevin screamed murderously. Kevin kept raising his energy levels, trying to overpower and kill Jerry. In order to protect himself, Jerry continued increasing his own energy, which caused further destruction around them. Jerry knew about the dangers of his power, thanks to Dr. Diaz. If they continued this energy battle, they could both reach critical mass and cause a nuclear explosion. Now there was no other choice. Jerry used his powers to dive into Kevin's mind and find every sin he had ever committed. He watched his darkest memories and saw the eyes of everyone Kevin killed. He heard their screams of agony and calls for mercy. He saw the faces of innocent civilians in a police car, begging for their lives as they went up in flames. Jerry felt all their pain and struggled to continue watching, but he needed to know the truth and understand everything Kevin had done in order to make his final decision. After watching Kevin's horrific memories, Jerry found the worst thing of all, Kevin's dream, the one thing he desired most. Kevin saw Cynthia and everyone he loved dying in front of his eyes and heard Kevin laughing with pure joy. Kevin felt no remorse and no regrets. He only felt happiness and bliss as he watched everyone suffer. All of this pushed Jerry over the edge and culminated in a colossal explosion. Roar! Jerry roared louder than ever before, releasing all his emotions and power straight into the sky. His eyes, hair, and entire body transformed into a fiery phoenix. A blinding blaze of orange and white energy filled the stadium. Jerry's newly formed flaming wings embraced Kevin, covering him from head to toe. Kevin struggled as fire engulfed him. Within his burning grasp, Jerry overpowered Kevin and disintegrated him, feeling his corpse turn to dust and pass through his fingers. His agonizing wail was the last thing Jerry heard before Kevin died. It was something he would remember for years to come. Everyone outside the stadium heard and felt the explosion. The ground shook as a burst of orange and white energy surged wildly into the sky. It was like fireworks on the 4th of July. After all the smoke and debris settled, the stadium was barely standing. Thousands of people were waiting outside, including football fans, civilians, police officers, and Jerry's friends and family. They were all in shock, never having seen anything like it before. Even Vaughn and Blake, who knew about Jerry's powers, still could not fathom it. For Vaughn, it was all fun and games until he came close to death in his encounter with Kevin. Luckily, Jerry had too much power, and it accidentally leaked out to others whom Jerry cared for. When they first met at the college party, Jerry liked Vaughn and wanted someone to understand him and his powers. When they trained together, Vaughn was reckless and Jerry worried about his safety. As a result, he accidentally gave Vaughn extraordinary powers. He could hear people's thoughts, communicate telepathically, and most importantly, he could not die. All thanks to Jerry. Blake received unique powers as well, the ability to charge to anything and temporarily ignore pain. Back at the police academy, Jerry saw Blake struggling to pass the exams. When he noticed Blake charging at the police officers, he wanted Blake to succeed so badly that he accidentally gave him powers too. Last but not least, Cynthia earned a special power. She could see and feel Jerry's heart. Her power was not accidentally bestowed. Her curiosity sparked it from the start. From the day Jerry helped her with classwork, she wanted to be part of everything in his life, good and bad. She wanted to understand him inside out, so her power grew along with their relationship. Everything peaked when they danced on the waters of Atlantis and disappeared together at night. From that point on, Cynthia vowed to put Jerry's needs first. Using her power to read Jerry's heart, Cynthia knew he would never kill Kevin unless there was no choice and everyone's survival was at stake. She loved Jerry and feared for his life, so she used herself as bait to attract Kevin's attention and force Jerry's hand. Despite her good intentions, Cynthia now felt immediate regret as she witnessed the ruined football stadium. Feeling haunted by her actions and wanting to rescue Jerry from a terrible fate, she rushed back into the stadium. Everyone else waited behind, fearing the worst, hoping Cynthia would bring back Jerry alive. Cynthia ran through cracked passageways and chunks of rubble, trying not to think about the consequences of her actions. She nearly tripped and held onto a wall, struggling to traverse the rough terrain. She soon found Jerry kneeling down the center of the football field and rushed over to him. The area surrounding him was all dirt and smoke. There was no sign of Kevin or anyone else. Jerry was no longer a fiery phoenix. He was just a regular young man now, filled with regret, filled with guilt. He kept his head down, silent and still, with tears dripping to the ground. He whispered, "I'm sorry," and Cynthia could feel immense sadness in Jerry's heart. She knelt down, hugged him, and cried, "I'm so sorry. I did this to you. It's all my fault." "No," Jerry replied. "I failed. I couldn't stop Kevin earlier, and he, along with many others, died because of me." "You don't understand," Cynthia cried as tears rolled down her face. "I knew this was going to happen. I came anyway." "It's okay, Cynthia. I also knew this would happen. And if it hadn't been for you, things could have been much worse. My family and friends almost died. You almost died. And I could never live without you." "I could never live without you either," Cynthia said, as they both looked into each other's eyes. At that moment, they needed each other more than ever before. They shared a solemn and passionate kiss, happy that it was all over, but sad because so many innocent people had died. After a moment of silence, they both stood up resolutely and walked out together, hand in hand, through fractured, destroyed corridors. They knew they would never forget the memories, mistakes, and hardships of this day. Nevertheless, life must go on. They agreed to move forward because they understood a very hard truth. No one can change the past, not even Jerry. When they emerged from the stadium, everyone cheered loudly, and Jerry's family and friends all rushed them with various questions, concerns, and support. "Are you all right?" everyone asked. "We were worried sick about you," Mrs. Miller said. "Dude, that was amazing," Vaughn exclaimed. "We're very proud of you, son," Mr. Miller declared. "Let's not do that again, okay, guys?" Blake said. Everyone laughed, and Jerry took it all in, feeling honored and loved by his family and friends. Even Captain Grimes saluted Jerry from afar, while being cared for by his favorite nurse, Ann Smith. For the first time in a while, Jerry felt positive and hopeful about the future. He smiled and wondered to himself, what will happen next? And that's it, folks. I really hope you enjoyed the novel. I really hope you enjoyed the story, and this is the first book. There is a second and a third book, which I will be making YouTube videos for. So I hope you join me for those future books. And as for book one, there is bonus content. There is a document that talks about meditation and seeing and hearing auras. There's also, for teachers, there's actually a teacher's guide with questions, vocabulary, etc. So there's a lot of additional content in the book that I won't be going through. So anyway, I won't be doing YouTube videos on it. But again, if you do purchase the book, you do get all this bonus content. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed book one, and hopefully see you in the future for the videos on book two. Thank you all very much.